Before we get into the effects of porn, we must first understand dopamine and how the brain works and how dopamine triggers our brains. But the summary is dopamine is the side of your brain. It handles your reward system. This is the part of our brain that keeps our motivation high. It also keeps your drive high in order for us to keep going at our goals, to be goal oriented and stick to your goals. So your dopamine levels are very key to staying focused on your goals. If you have goals, whatever you want to do with your life, your dopamine receptors are what will keep your brain going. The problem is when you indulge in addictions or low level activities such as pornography, cocaine, hard drugs, this triggers your dopamine levels to spike at a very unhealthy level. And because one of your brain's primary function is to keep that dopamine level at a very controlled rate, when it spikes up, your brain is forced to want to melt it down. And so that is why you see people that smoke cocaine, they have like 30 minutes, 40 minutes of high, and then all of a sudden they feel so low, and then they start to chase that high again immediately. That is how the addiction cycle goes. It goes extreme highs, your brain works it to drop your dopamine levels, and then extreme highs again, and then you get so used to that high because it's not normal to be that high. It's your dopamine levels are spiked. So that's how addictions work. And pornography, masturbation is not any different. Or you see where I'm going? Clearly, society frowns on the use of cocaine, on hard drugs, but they don't actually frown on masturbation as much as they frown on all these things. But masturbation has the same effect. Pornography and masturbation has the same effect on your brain as cocaine. How? I know you are wondering, is this guy on crack? Sex is actually the most stimulating natural activity, that you can partake in. It spikes your dopamine levels to over 200%. Over 200 is the most. It's because, if you actually put it into context, primal instincts, those are like things that from time immemorial have been with human beings. You want your genetics to keep going. You want your name or wherever your line to keep going. It's like that's an essence of our existence. Like you are hardwired to do it. So yeah, I've explained why you people are always very horny. So you see, because you watch too much porn and it has almost the same effect on your brain as cocaine, you get addicted to it. It's like quick math. So now that we have established how you can equate addiction of pornography and masturbation with cocaine, the people that are actually addicted to porn and masturbation actually suffer some of this as being fatigued and tired, a severe lack of motivation. You go just they forget things, mood swings, social anxiety, and lack of social skills. It has been proven that low levels of dopamine is a direct cause of depression. But you see, the biggest difference and the biggest issue with pornography is that if you want to compare the addiction of pornography with cocaine, hard drugs, is that cocaine, one, is very expensive. Not everybody can afford cocaine. You understand? Two, it is not that accessible. Like you can't just walk down the streets and buy cocaine or crack, my boy, or that YE. You can't. Actual overdose is fatal. You can die if you overdose on that shit. So you need to calm down. You understand? But pornography is free to access. You literally just need internet access, which is so cheap all over the world now. It's free to access. You don't have to pay money. You don't have to do anything ridiculously good to access porn. It is literally just there. And yeah, you can binge watch pornography for hours and hours. And no, this is not me confessing to ever doing that.
He shock you.
냄새. 디스커스팅한 냄새가 나요. Disgusting shit.
This activity over a couple of years damages your dopamine receptors, therefore having great effects on your reward system. Has great effects on your reward system. In summary, the main message here is, if you follow some of my shorts, I say this a lot. We live in a delayed gratification environment. This world, this life is a delayed gratification. That is why seek reliefs in these drugs. Because you feel depressed, you go to the drug, you feel better. Delayed gratification simply means Like you're gonna have to work hard to get the things you want. Things are not instant. Things don't Pleasure doesn't come instantly. The real rewards of life don't come instantly. It takes time. It takes hard work. It takes patience. It takes consistency to get things. And so when it comes to something like sex, which God told us to do when we are married, and to get the woman you want to marry, you have to become the man she would want to get married to. And that is something that gets your dopamine receptors. You say, okay, I want to get to this hot babe, and the babe says, oh, she only marries millionaire. That is enough motivation. You will find ways to become a millionaire so you can get married to the babe. That is motivation. That is a valid motivation. It happens all the time. Women are the best motivation for men. That is why some of you are so horny. You are so horny and you don't understand how nature has built you to be horny. It's actually ensuring that your line continues to exist. It's literally an existential primal instinct. You have to keep. So because of that, like in that type of situation, you would work hard over years to make millions, because trust me, money is not a respecter of man. You cannot do instant activities to make money.
Look,
You understand? So
look at this. Somebody come look at this. Look at this.
and your rewards will
Somebody come and look at this.
value of working for things, working to get all these things that you want in your life. So your dopamine receptors in your brain are like, yeah, calm. If this is what you want, you have to work for it. But the problem is when you watch porn, you're like, oh, okay, I want this hot girl, this one. You can't get them in real life. But then you go on Pornhub, and you see a girl that looks exactly like the girl you want in real life out there. So you can imagine fucking her, and then you get off it. You spike your dopamine levels by 200%. Now you've gotten a reward. You've imagined having sex with her, but you haven't done the work required. That's the end. That's how you kill yourself. You don't have motivation. You are lacking motivation. It's probably because you're masturbating. If you're not masturbating, it's probably something else. Your addiction. You're spiking your dopamine levels. There's something that's spiking your dopamine levels. It can be eating. You understand? Eating spikes dopamine levels because it's a survival activity. So you have now made eating a pleasurable thing for you. So it's spiking your dopamine levels. It can be any form of addiction, but whatever is spiking your dopamine levels is what is keeping you unmotivated. You just need to study it. We're in the Google era. You can actually Google anything and find out. This is how I found out that my addiction back then was making me depressed. I literally just read articles and did research and just found out, and I just started implementing some of the things, and I saw massive change. And the problem with this one is that though science encourages it, it is a mental killer for you. It might be healthy for you in terms of prostate cancer, but it is fucking up your reward systems in your head. And you can be a porn addict and watch porn 6-7 times a day. It won't really show on your body. You won't be unhealthy. You won't be going. It is not fatal. It won't lead you to death. But this life is one, and you are killing time, and you are killing your purpose, and you are killing the things you are meant to do to serve your time on this earth. So therefore, brothers and sisters in Christ, with all these few points of mine, I hope I've explained to you why Mia Khalifa should not appear on your phone again. Mia Khalifa. Oh my god, I know Mia Khalifa. She was so hot. Oh my god, am I saying that? What?
Thank you guys for watching this video. Like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Thanks and God bless.
Abianto. If maybe now pornography they give you this your depression where they cry for social media. It's pornography. You are depressed because of pornography. What if it is? Consider. What if? Look at. Hey. Why are they give them? Oh my god, this beard is giving. It's giving. It's giving. Ooh. Ooh. Ooh.